Hey, Sarah, how you doing today?
I'm good, Fatboy. Good morning. How
Good
are
morning
you?
to you. Are you sure you're good?
Yes, I am.
Happy and excited?
Yes, I am. The week is ending.
Yes, and that's a very good thing, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Very
It's been a very
exciting.
stressful week.
Has it?
Yes.
The first week of 2023 has been stressful for you?
Earlier in the show, I was just trying to take stock of what good things has happened in the year so far, and I struggled to name even 3.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I mean, aside from the fact that I'm alive and I'm breathing, other than that, I don't know what I could point to and say, wow, the year is off to a good start.
You know, that is the only thing that matters, that you're alive and well, not sick. It could be worse. It could be worse.
Yeah.
And you're here doing the show
There's that too. With you.
with me.
The
You
most
see?
amazing Sarah.
Absolutely. So many things to be grateful for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although if you were Prince William, I'm sure you every single day regret the fact
Listen.
that a brother was born to you by the name of Harry.
Let me tell you something. At this point, I am starting to lose brain cells because of this drama. At first, it was exciting, but now I'm just starting to get very irritated.
Why? What's up this
So
time?
now what we and this is a follow-up. I think we did the story, a bit of it yesterday, where Prince Harry was saying that he wants his brother and his father back. Now, a few clips or, passages from his book that is, set to be released on the 10th. Yeah, that's going to be like next week, right?
Next week, yeah.
Yes, on the 10th of January 2023, a few, passages from the book have allegedly been leaked. But for me, my theory is that these were intentionally put out to sell the book. But anyway, this is what is happening. Well, Prince Harry is going after his brother, and he claims that Prince William attacked him after he branded Meghan Markle difficult. He said that the stand-up altercation happened at his home, and that was in Nottingham Cottage. And he said that Prince William grabbed him by the collar and shoved him to the floor, where he fell down and then broke, the dog's ball with his back, and he got bruises and cuts. And then he also went on to say that Prince William later came back into the room because he felt, ashamed, and he apologized for what he did. And then Prince Harry, of course, got upset with him, and he said that then Prince William apparently, allegedly said to him, "Please don't tell Meghan." And then Prince Harry went on to say that, that you attacked me. And then Prince William went on to say, "I did not attack you, Harold." You know your sibling is very pissed off with you when they call you by your government name.
Harold.
Harold, I did not attack you. That's what Prince William allegedly said.
So, I mean, it's easy to imagine that they would have disagreements about how to carry on the affairs of the being in the royal family and all of the responsibilities and the new challenges that are being brought about by his new situation with his new wife and what new plans they had in mind. Of course, I can see how they'd have disagreements and discussions, and I can even see how those discussions could get heated. But as to the allegation that William in some way assaulted him, I have 2 things to say about that. First, it's his side of the story.
Yeah.
What if he was a little bit tipsy, drunk, and he moved back a little bit, tripped and fell, and now he blamed his brother for shoving him? That's number 1. So we don't know. This is his version of the story.
Yeah.
And number 2, I've been seeing a lot of people in the comments of this news saying, you know what? Maybe he did deserve an ass whooping.
Yeah, he needed some sense to be beat in his head.
He's a spoiled brat.
Siblings fight all the time. That's the thing. Well, Prince Harry went on to say that Prince William went on to brand Meghan Markle. He called her rude, he called her difficult, and he called her abrasive, and insisted that he was trying to help his younger brother during the meeting where they were talking.
Wait, so William called
Meghan Markle difficult, rude, and abrasive.
Stop.
Yeah.
Where's the lie?
No
lies detected. No lies detected whatsoever. Facts. Only facts. Well done, Prince William.
Well, Prince Harry also went on to accuse Prince William of parroting the press narrative. I guess that what that means is that he's, controlling the press. And then he went on to say that parroting the press narrative about his American wife, that is Meghan Markle, before a screaming match ensued between them that led to that physical altercation at his cottage in Nottingham.
Wow, I don't know, William seems so calm. I can only imagine what Harry had to have told him to just get him to that point where he would get very, very upset. I mean, this is getting ridiculous, and I understand, it's all coming out in the book. He wants to sell the book, so it's creating spectacle. It's funny because remember how earlier in the Netflix documentary, he was accusing the royal family of being manipulative and how they plant stories, but who's doing all the planting now? And he's trying to get ahead of the narrative by planting all these seeds without giving his family a chance to respond or mount a defense. In other words, poisoning the well for people to jump to conclusions about how horrible William is and Charles is, so that he can come out looking good. But I think, and I'm very happy to see that people aren't buying it. They're not buying it at all.
And there is more. It also goes on to say in this paragraph that was allegedly leaked, it says that he gave the heir to the throne a glass of water. That is Harold saying he gave a glass of water. Okay, if you're confused right now, Harold is Harry and Willy is William. Well, this is how Prince Harry describes them in the book, because that's how they call each other.
That's how they speak to each other.
That's how they speak to each other. So he goes on to say that he gave the heir to the throne a glass of water and said, Willy, I can't speak to you when you are like this. He also went on to say that Prince William was very irrational and very upset, and he said that he did not retaliate and attack his brother. He did not do any of that stuff. He also went on to say that later when his wife, that is Meghan Markle, saw the bruises on his back, from the cut from the dog ball, she was not upset, but she was very sad. Yeah. Stop it. I'm trying to be serious here, Fatboy.
How could you be serious discussing this clown?
He also goes on to say in the book that allegedly King Charles said to his late mother, the late Princess Diana, that thank you for giving me an heir and a spare heir. Look, meaning the heir being William and the spare heir being Harry. Hence the inspiration for his book, The Spare. Listen, I feel like a literature teacher right now.
I don't know if Charles meant it as a joke or he said it in jest, because there's two ways to interpret it. One, literally, okay, that is strictly speaking, that is accurate, because since there are two, if anything were to happen to William, there is Harry. All right? So in that sense, he's kind of a spare, and he could have meant that in a cheeky way.
Yeah.
But did he mean Harry in a spare, when he described Harry as a spare, did he mean it in terms of how maybe Harry's not his son?
No, I don't think he meant it that way. He said, thank you, and I quote, this is what he said, allegedly, that King Charles said, thank you for giving me an heir and another spare heir. My job here is done. Remember, allegedly, King Charles and Princess Diana, their marriage was allegedly a marriage of convenience and not of love. And that is why after she passed away, he went on to marry Camilla. You understand?
Okay.
So I think he felt that, you know what, I have done my part by to produce heirs, and it is what it is. Go
Chapter
do you,
closed.
boo-boo. Yeah. You understand? You get me? And he also alleges that during Prince Philip's funeral, allegedly King Charles told the boys, because they were, kept on going back and forth with the fighting about Meghan Markle, and of course Prince William was not happy about his brother's choices, some of them. He went on to say, allegedly, that this is what King Charles said: please, boys, don't make my final years a misery.
Too late. Harry's doing a very, very terrific job in that regard. What about this whole thing where Harry is accusing William and Kate also?
Yes, now it's coming to that.
Encouraging him to wear the Nazi uniform to a party in 2005.
So allegedly he was going to a party, to a colonial and a traditionalist, themed party. So he calls them and asks them, this is the thing, and he said it himself, he calls them and asks them, what should I wear, a Nazi uniform or should I go dressed as a pilot? And then he goes on to say that Prince William and Kate Middleton said to him, wear the Nazi uniform, and they laughed on the phone. So that can be interpreted into many things. Maybe they were being sarcastic, maybe they were being serious about it. But he wore the Nazi uniform, and he's so mad that they did not get reprimanded for him wearing the uniform. I know.
This
we
boy
need to get
is
coffee.
This boy is so foolish. Look, you're the one at the end of the day who wore the uniform and went out in public. does he want us to believe that he has agency or not? Does he want us to believe that he's a sensible adult or not? Because even if we're to take what he's saying as true, which I don't, but even if we were, it means he is a person who is easily led by others, which justifies all the doubts we have about his marriage to Meghan, because everyone says she just manipulates him. So now we know for sure he's a kind of person that's easy to manipulate. If it is true that he was compelled to wear the Nazi uniform through encouragement by William and Kate. But to bring this up now and to somehow drag them into that controversy and have them be stained with the guilt of
of his bad
wearing
actions.
this terrible uniform, this is just it's despicable what Harry is doing. It's like, I can't even believe it. It's like, why drag your family down like this? Because for the most part, people had even forgotten this thing. Now you got to dredge it up and then try and tarnish not only your brother's name, but also his wife's name.
Yeah.
This boy is just stupid.
And there's more. He also talks about Camilla in his book, and he goes on to say that he asked that he and his brother Prince William begged their father, that's King Charles, not to marry her because he thought that, he feared that she would turn into their wicked stepmother. He claims that he and his brother could not stand in the way of their father's relationship, but they had asked him not to marry her, or rather not to marry for a second time, calling her the other woman.
Now, in all fairness, I can actually understand that.
Yeah.
And anyone who's been in a family where there's been infidelity, perhaps a parent has stepped out with someone else, and in so doing hurt the feelings of your other parent, to be the child in the middle is very difficult, right?
He's the last born.
Or but what I mean is in the middle between the parents in this conflict, where you kind of are not sure. Like, what are you supposed to do if your father takes on another woman? Meanwhile, you love your woman very much. You know that your mother very much. You know that your mother is upset by your father taking on another woman. So how are you supposed to deal with this other woman that your father brings in? Because if he were to in any way accept her, it almost would feel like a betrayal to his mother, wouldn't it? And so you end up putting the child in a very difficult place. And in that respect, I can understand the pain he may have felt.
His feelings towards that. Yeah,
this
and also
so
soon, for it to happen so soon after the mother passed away.
So it's fair.
Soon, really
I can't knock him for that. And also, in all fairness, I don't know Miss Camilla very well. But
we actually don't know her.
But she does sort of cut the image of a potential evil stepmother.
Really, boy.
Here's what I mean. She has a very stern face, serious, growly face.
She has seen some things.
Do you know what I mean?
She's probably seen some things and had to deal with things.
She looks very strict and tough and uncompromising and just mean. She's just got that about her.
Do you know what? I don't fault her for looking that way because she has lived in the shadow of Princess Diana all her life. She has been referred to as the other woman. Everybody does not like her because everybody's like, all of us are feeling like children.
You don't think
our dad has brought in another
this
woman. As in, that's true. She's not only getting that from Prince Harry and William, she's getting it from the whole of Great Britain and us who loved Princess Diana. We're like, who is this woman? Why are you here? You get, so I wouldn't.
What is she now? She's the queen consort? Is that the title?
Yes, queen consort. Yeah, she can't take the throne, but she's the wife of the king.
So she needs to work on that permanent scowl.
It's too late.
So in that regard, I can sympathize with Harry and William's sentiments, being worried that she might be mean to them. But I would have to guess that didn't turn out. It didn't turn out that way.
Absolutely not. And that is all that he says. He just went on to say, and I quote from a passage in his book, he said, I remember wondering if she would be cruel to me, if she would be like all the evil stepmothers in the stories. And he also goes on to refer to Prince William as his best friend, but also his arch nemesis. And he also goes on to say that there has always been a competition between he and his brother. Harold.
Your own brother is your arch nemesis.
Harold,
like your worst
please.
enemy. He's the Lex Luthor to your Superman.
I'm like, Harry, please just stop this nonsense.